Oh man, I've been putting this off all summer. So what do we have here? We have no water at our barn. Right now we have these hoses run all over the place, over to the chicken coop and up to the house. Up on the corner of the house over there, we've got a little water spigot, right? And that's been fine for the summer. Annoying as it is to have hoses stretched all over, it's worked out fine. Winter is coming. Tomorrow the low is 19. And we got to get something figured out here. I'm not dragging buckets of water out here like we did last year. We have this little sink that got donated to us over here. So I'd like to put a water spigot out here. They have the anti-frost deals that go in the ground, so I'm going to put that right in this area next to the sink. I'll put it in the ground right here. Eventually this will be walled off, this little messy area over here. This will be a separate room I'd like to heat, where we can keep medicines and things for the animals and stuff like that. We can clean chickens, we can do whatever we need to do here in the sink. So I'm going to put that spigot just inside the wall there, so I've got enough room to wall this off still, and it'll be close to the sink. So I've got a trench over to here where there actually used to be an anti-frost water spigot in the ground. But before we bought the house last year, the guy told us that he had hit it with a tractor and ripped it out of the ground and wrecked it. So there is a water line down there. The water line is buried. You can kind of see where the trench was. The water line is buried all the way over to the wood burner over there, and then it goes over to the house and inside and hooked up inside. So we should be okay. That shouldn't freeze. It's not as deep as it should be, but because it's coupled with those hot water lines from the wood burner, it actually has kept it from freezing as far as I understand it. So we're gonna see if we can get some water set up out here. So the first thing I gotta do is dig this trench as deep as I can. I gotta dig down here, find the water line, and then dig it over to that spot, dig a nice big hole, and then we'll get our anti-frost spigot installed, and I'll show you how those work once we get it set up here. Okay, we found our pipe. Looks like a 3/4 inch irrigation line we ran here, or he ran. So not quite deep enough. It's probably just more than maybe 36-40 inches, but it's okay. I might go down a little deeper here. So we'll get this all dug out around here, make a nice big hole so we can get our connection made and get this trench dug over here. All right, we're making progress here. So we found our pipe down there. I've got to dug out a little bit deeper because I'm going to try to sweep that that corner going this way, and I may have to put a little extra pipe in there. This irrigation tubing does not flex very well around corners, so you got to sweep them real wide, otherwise it kinks. And then in here we got to go one more foot down to get to our 4 feet depth on this one. So the soil here is not that hard to dig through. You'll notice on this property there's usually the first foot or so is real nice pretty organically rich, good soil, and then down below that it's just almost pure sand. You can see here this stuff is, it's actually, there's a few gravel pits in the area. They dig this stuff up and sell it, but it's real nice sand. So should have no shortage of free sand around here, just need to dig it up. Getting into real fine sand here. This is good stuff. This will be good for the driveway top coat, maybe, or the bottom of the animal stalls. I may have to get the tractor out, go back somewhere and dig some of this up. Even though this is a cheap shovel, it's been working for many years and dug a lot of holes. Keep it sharp, and if I ding and dent it up because it's thin metal, I just try to round it off again and sharpen it back up, and it keeps getting a little shorter, but the sharp shovel makes for easy digging. Alright, time to see if we're deep enough. Frost line here in Michigan is about 42 inches. Got about 46 inches here. We looked at a few other spots there. It looks like we're at 48 in a few other spots, so that should be plenty deep enough for us. So let's get our water lines hooked up here and get this thing done. Alright, so we've got everything buttoned up here, everything's connected and ready to turn the water on and test out and check for leaks. I put that pond rock in there, or that gravel down at the bottom. That'll allow for some drainage. That little tiny port on the side of the brass fitting there, that's a weep, what do they call it, a weep port I think, or a weep valve. So basically, once you turn the spigot off up here, all the water that's stored up in the shaft of this here will drain back down and out the bottom to make sure that there is no water in the shaft, so no water above the frost line. So the only water that will be in your pipe that's below will hopefully bury below the frost line here. So that's why the rock is down there, allows drainage, get that water out of there, let it drain out in the ground so nothing freezes and cracks and breaks open. So let's get this thing turned on and see what we got. man, did you guys see that? I hit the barn door with the tractor. Oh man, what a bummer. Tore the whole track down. That'll be fun to fix. Well, it gives me another project to do out in the barn. Right now I have 2 barn doors to fix. Well, I'm happy with how this turned out. Everything is buttoned up and we have water out here. Winter is upon us here in Michigan. It's finally getting cold and into the 20s at night, and even colder than that. A few nights it was 16, 17 degrees. So things are starting to freeze, and it's such a pain bringing water out here, hauling buckets out in the winter and everything else. So this year is going to be much easier with this thing out here. It works great. I think that we're going to be good as far as freezing is concerned, and so I'm real happy with how everything turned out here. So if you guys have questions about how to install this or why I did what I did, please throw those down below. As always, you guys, thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to reach down and click that thumbs up. It makes a huge difference for the videos here on the channel, and I always appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. If you haven't hit that bell next to the subscribe button, you're probably not getting notifications when we post new videos. So I would recommend you guys tap that so you know when new things come out. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.